What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Tonight we have a 2019 F250. I almost messed that up. And guess who we have? We have Mark from Keep Your Daydream, straight from Arizona. He's coming to get some mods today, DCR and a pusher, but I want to show you guys how to take the intake manifolds off the 17, 18, 19 trucks because I keep getting asked about it and I think I need to update that video. So, video coming at you. Here we go. All right, everybody, thanks so much for coming back and checking us out. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe right here. We have a well-used 134,000 mile 2019 F250. Looks like it's been taken care of. I like the cleanliness. I like the cleanliness. We're going to be doing the DCR, one of our favorite installs, accompanied with the luxurious bronze pusher pipes that we have done here on the channel. They look pretty sick. So we're going to get into it and get the intake manifold off. I am going to leave the coolant filled. I'm not going to drain anything, but we're going to start taking a lot of this stuff off, and then it's going to be so much more accessible getting the DCR. So a couple tips, a couple tricks. Let's get started. 7 milli coming at you. Comes right off. Okay, we got a connection right here. A button that you depress, just like that. And we have the same button over here. Push the line in, push the button, and then pull out. Okay, we have various trim clips all over. We have one here, one here, one right here, and then it leaves this all floppy for us. Next one, we have a button right here that I'm pushing on. See it? Get this out of the way, trim clip. And then just move this wire right out the way, kind of like this. So you can see we're starting to clear this out. Okay, so we need to get this pipe off. We have a clip right here. See how that is? You come down here and you can kind of pull that out of the way. We are going to need to reuse that clip, but we are not reusing this pipe. So we're going to take this pipe and just get it out of our way. We got a 7 mil clamp down here, turbo duct intercooler. Okay. And then this duct should, this quack, 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 should wiggle right off. It could be oily, so watch yourself if you don't want to make a mess. This is the next thing I want off. I don't want to work around the throttle body, and it makes it come off a little easier if I take it off now. So kind of do a little 1-2 punch here with my PTT with a rod screwdriver. Check the merch store link in the description. Here's the tab, and then I just come back through here and kind of do this against the throttle body, so I can just pop that right off. We have 4 8 millis holding that on, and then this is going to come off. Now I took off that charge duct. See the oil that's on there? Just forewarning. A battery. All right, last one. Hold the throttle body. Little juggling act. We'll take the gasket and kind of take this whole thing out like this. Okay, hot side charge duct right here. 7 mil. Now this can get real sticky to the intercooler. It's aluminum to rubber, so sometimes you can see it flex right there. Sometimes you can bust it loose. Other times you got to get a pick and you got to separate it. See what I'm doing? See how I'm rotating the pipe? I want you to kind of rotate this so this is kind of like this, because we need to get some Toolios down right here to get this clamp off. So get you a magnet light. Kind of going to be hard to show you guys, but once I get it out, you'll be able to understand my craziness. Okay, my trim tool right here. My angled trim tool. We're going to try to pop this clamp right here. I'm going to go on the other side with a flat blade screwdriver and take it the rest of the way. And then, if you're successful, you should be able. This is what I did inside here. I want you guys to kind of do something like this. See that connection? See how I have the tools? That's what you got to do to pop the clamp. We are going to have to reuse that clamp, so don't bust it. Okay, I like it. I like it. Let me put this here. Another big thing that we get asked is, how do you take the CCV collar off? And this is what I'm finding. If you take a pry bar and see, this is not a lug nut. This is not a piece of metal. This is plastic. I want you to be ginger. You see where I'm barely moving this thing, all right, guys? I want you to assist in straightening out the collar as we pop it, but you'll see what I'm talking about. Maybe I'll put the pry bar right here. See what I did? I kind of did this, like one of these, and it comes right off. This can be brittle on some trucks, so just be careful. This one is a newer truck and doesn't seem as brittle as ones we take off, and they stay just like this, and it won't move. So this is good. Hopefully yours is like that too. Next part, we're going to go right here. We're going to take this trim clip off to get this small EGR pipe. And we got a clip right here. Don't lose this. See how that's kind of on the line that clipped to the lower intake. So we have a connector that should have had a red locking tab like this one did. This one right here. See that red locking tab? This connector is supposed to have that too. So has somebody been in here before? I don't know, but it doesn't matter. We'll keep rocking and rolling. We got some 8 millis. Hammer down. Do not drop these because they are not magnetic. The chances of you finding and having that exact same bolt is probably going to be slim to none. Don't drop them. There we go. She's hot. And then this is going to come out just like that. Save the gaskets because you're going to need them. All right. Take this off. Dipstick tube to trans dipstick. And then we have a couple of 10s. We're going to go for this one here. And then we also, once you kind of move that out of the way, you can get to this 10 mil nut. That's attaching the oil dipstick tube to the intake manifold nut, intake manifold stud. Okay, now we're going to be looking at all of these fuel line connections. So I want to get this fuel filter out. I want to get that filter cup out. What I want to do is get yourself some paper towels, some napkins, and we're going to take the return line off. Be very careful because that can bust on you. kind of go like this, and then we'll go like this. This line is not going to be reused because the S&S is going to have a new line. All right. Pull this off. Try to catch the fuel. And then the last one, slide this white clip backwards, and then we're gonna pop this fuel line off. And what I like to do is kind of tilt the line backwards so we can let it go back down that line a little bit. And then using the rag that you're catching the fuel with, go ahead and pull, or not, go ahead and pull out your fuel filter and get this out of the way. Keep it or get ready to replace it for your new one. All right, 8 milli right here. Pop it off. We have an 8 mil right here, and we have another one in the back holding the cup down. And then the last one is actually underneath this fuel line. And what I need you guys to do is, I'll have to show you once I get it off, but there's a connection down here that we need to take off to get this fuel line off. Okay, just another one of these blue style ones. Let's see if I can catch this guy's fuel. Sorta. But we got it contained. All right, and then that'll allow us to go like this. See that flex? We'll get this 8 mil. Get this 8 milli right here underneath the fuel line, and then you'll wind up just pulling the cup out like this. Ta-da! So the top of the intake right here are all 8 millis. Looks like we got some water up here. Let's soak up that water.
I don't know how I got
Hey, I don't either.
that. You caught me trying to keep my truck clean,
Hey.
make a show ready.
Busted! All right, we'll pull these out. They stay in the intake. Not reusing any part of this intake, except for the sensors. Now, we're gonna do this side first because we can easier see it. So we gotta work around this malarkey right here. We got an old 12 milli right here, the stud that the oil dipstick tube was on. The last time I did an Aluma-Duty one like this, I pulled this one out because it just fought me. The rest of these are all 8 milli. Kind of tricky. Success. Success. I hope you guys aren't using hand tools to do this. I would feel really, really bad because that would suck extremely. All right, I'm gonna try to go for this back one somewhere right here. Yeah. It is imperative that you guys get some wobbles. These are the most happiest. When you use these, it's gonna make your job so much more better. Trust me. All right, we're gonna go for the map sensor right on top of the intake manifold, button on it right there. And then we have one tether to the intake. It's got a freaking trim clip. Imagine that. Imagine that. You gotta work it out, and then sometimes it'll bust on you. So I like to get that tail end out so that it doesn't fall out when I take the intake off. All right, next trim clip right here, this little tower white one. It's on a stud of the intake, which we are going to need a deep well 8 for. I'm going to try to remove the EBP sensor connector. Just really tight in there, kind of hard to show you guys. Get the connector off, get the harness out of the way. You'll see how crammed it is in there. I'm going to take the connector shield, sensor shield, off of the EBP sensor if it wants to release it to me. Take that off. Then you have a little bit more flexibility with these wires. Let's see if I can finagle them over the EBP sensor like that. Get my map sensor connector, kind of just do a little shoving match in here. See how opened up this is? Let's do one more thing here. There we go. Look how much more opened up that is. Now we can get to all this stuff right here. Little preparation. Gotta have your wobbles. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and take this connector off and kind of just put it like this. And then I'll be able to kind of take my tool, go like this, and get this back bolt right here. And then can I get this one here? Nope, I need an extension. We're gonna go for the stud right here. Got it loose. I'm gonna go for this 8 here. And then the last one in the this 8 milli. I love my 8 milli. And we're gonna go down into the crevasse this way. Right there, baby. Right there, baby. Now, this intake should be a floppy mess, which is good. That's what I want. Okay, we're loosey-goosey. Loosey-goosey. We got a little heat shield over here. I'm just going to kind of flex out of the way. No biggie. And then I'm just going to kind of wiggle it up. We got a thread on a bolt that's fighting us. I'd much rather take a 20 intake off than a 17, 18, 19. It's just so much easier on the newer ones. But here we go, coming through. Kind of, I can't explain to you what I just did. You're just gonna have to watch. You see what I just did?
Hucklebuck.
I'm holding this bolt right here. All I did was hold this bolt while I was extracting it out, and before I took the intake off, this is on the back of the cylinder head like this. So I took my trim tool and bent it that way so that I could pull the intake away. Not being reused, pusher, here we come. Once you get the intake off, don't forget to visit Urban 3D and get yourself a nice set of 3D printed PTT Ford blue colored intake port covers. Lower intake, 8 mil, and we have 310s. 310s, a big one, and 2 small ones. You can actually leave these bolts in it and pull this right out. Check it out. The intakes are off of this truck. This one is not going back on, but check out the crappy flow Ford has here. The air comes in this throttle body, has to go down, make this stupid curve, come up into the upper intake manifold, and then go into the intake runners. The pusher, baby, we're going straight right into the intake runners. There's no more Mickey Mouse BS that we have going on right here. So this is going to conclude the intake removal video for the 17, 18, and 19 trucks. I'd much rather do your 20 plus truck. And if you are in the southeastern Michigan area and want to come see me, PTT, to get your intake removed and upgraded with some much more better products like pusher. And then if you do the pusher, you might as well do the DCR. If you do the DCR, just ask me for my email list and I'll send you the whole montage of accessories, mods, and genuine repairs for your truck. I appreciate you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, sub, share, and I'll see you guys all next time inside of a Ford Super Duty. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Mark.